Hello, welcome back to the Cars.co.za YouTube channel. I'm Chiro de Siena and this is a brand new Subaru WRX. And when I first got in this car, I thought to myself, could this be it? Could this be Subaru getting its groove back? Well, we've hired a gravel track out here outside Cape Town to find out. But before I get started, please excuse me for wearing my sunglasses. Very bright out here, and I think it's safer for me to drive with them on. Right, has Subaru got back to its roots? Traction control off, and let's find out. Dream, search, drive. Cars.co.za.
With budget insurance, there's no back and forth. You claim, we pay.
So let me take you through what I've got here. This is 800,000 Rand worth of car, a new 2.4 litre turbo, under the bonnet, petrol munching 4-cylinder, flat 4 obviously because it's a Subaru, so you get that lovely low center of gravity. 206 kilowatts, 350 newtons, which is an interesting figure because, as you might know, I have a 2006 Prodrive and that car has a little bit more torque from 17 years ago, which is quite interesting. However, out here, it does feel like they've put a lot of time and effort getting the weight of the steering right, getting the weight of the controls right. And that's what Subarus have always been so good at. It's such a wonderful paradox because you expect them to have so much grip, and they do because of their clever symmetrical all-wheel drive system. So there's so much traction, but at the same time, it always felt like Subarus of old could really dance. Like you could really make them dance. And this car feels like that. Is this an example of Subaru WRX getting its groove back? I think it could be. So the reason we've got this car as a long-termer is because, well, a couple of us at Cars.co.za own Subarus. Dwayne, our main editor, he's got a blob-eye, I've got a hawk eye. And so Subaru South Africa thought, maybe these would be the right guys to try and gel with our new WRX. Whoop! There we go, that's a little bit sideways. So obviously my Prodrive is my car, so I mean it's to be expected that I love the thing, but I think objectively speaking the Prodrive and the STIs of that generation were quite special. So were the ones before that and the ones before that, and the hatchback STI was actually a really cool car. That was a very uncompromising hatchback that it felt like a rally car. You had to absolutely drive the out of it. It didn't want to be driven any other way. And then after that, the WRX got a little bit soft. And I think it lost quite a lot of fans, and they put CVT boxes in, and that didn't really work out so well. And so it is an absolute delight for me to report that I am driving a WRX with 3 pedals and my left hand is doing something. This is what a WRX should be. So not only does it have 3 pedals, a gear knob that actually does something, but it also has a real handbrake. Remember those? Stalled it. So you can do that, the old school panty dropper. Start. Right, let's start at the business end of the new WRX, and as you will see, there are 4 pipes. Very important in South Africa. If you go for this manual model, you get the special sports exhaust back box, which really does make the car sound fantastic. Moving around to the side, we find the wheels and tires. Subaru have gone with Dunlops. They have a very long name, which I'm trying to remember. SP Sportmax GT 600 Fs, something along those lines. 245 40 18s all the way around. What you will not find in the middle of the car is a differential, and you'll never find one because there'll never be an STI version of this car. The next STI is probably going to be electric. So you can't apportion the power rear and front yourself. You just have to go with what the symmetrical all-wheel drive gives you. Underneath the bonnet, 2.4 litre turbocharged box of 4, nice and low, gives you that low center of gravity, 206 kilowatts, 350 Newton meters, which interestingly is 10 less than my 17-year-old Prodrive. Now, as you can see, it does have a bonnet scoop, and of course it needs one. It is a Subaru. Ha! Just made that up now, but it is functional. It does feed an intercooler, and one thing that they've managed to keep over the last 17 years, and this is quite impressive in the modern age, is they've managed to keep the weight down. My car weighs 1430 kilograms. This weighs 1514, which means that in 17 years this car has only gained 1 of me. Now, as you may have noticed, this car sounds pretty good. It's got a factory-fitted sports exhaust, it's just basically a bigger back box. And it kind of reminds me of Subarus of old. And it's cool that the car sort of shakes when you start it up. I really like that. But let's do a full bore start with the traction control off and see if we can get this thing to actually break traction. Red line is at 6,000. Dump the clutch, let's go. Oh, not bad. Kind of missed second there. If you can't find it, grind it. Into third. Such a nice notchy gearbox. Little bit of handbrake to step the back out. But it corrects itself so quickly. But let's see if we can do a little donut here and then get it to spin out of the donut. Nah, it just pulls itself straight, unfortunately. So we'll have the Subaru in our garage for 4 months, so you can expect more content on it. We're going to shoot it side by side with our other Subarus. And I'm really excited to hear what Ash thinks of it as well, get his opinion, and get your opinion as well. Tell us what you think of this new WRX in the comments. Right, thanks very much for watching. This has been a short and sweet introduction to our long-term Subaru. Big thanks to Subaru for hooking us up. I think I'm going to enjoy the next few months. Cars.co.za. If you're new to the Cars.co.za channel, welcome. Thanks for being here. Now, we have over 660 videos on our channel. We've been doing this for nearly 9 years now. So if you're looking for a car review for a car you might be interested in, you'll probably find it in our back catalog. And thanks very much for supporting our channel. We are now the largest motoring channel in South Africa, and the aim is to just keep doing what we do and help South Africa make better purchasing decisions. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.
Get insurance that pays out faster than the word Archie. Budget, the official insurer of good South Africans.